Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for episode, was it 3, 4? I don't know. One of these episodes, the next episode for the John Morgan Vindicator SB2U. So we're putting some color on it. I'm using this as my primer slash base coat. This is the actual lower color that I'm going to use, latex, thinned out with Windex sprayed in a airbrush. And I've got the wing out here so you can see the color in the sunlight. I thought it was a little too dark, but that was inside the garage, and seeing the light looks pretty good, so I think I'm going to roll with it. So basically I'm going to paint the whole thing with this color. A couple of reasons. One, to act as a primer, so I'm going to paint the whole thing, sand it smooth, and then respray the light gray, then go on to the other colors. So the original airplane, and I found this out through some research, well, not so much research on my part, but research on somebody else's part, that this particular airplane was all over gray. So it was this color top and bottom, and then it was repainted at some point to be the blue and the gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the whole thing gray, then lightly go over the dark blue areas, and use this lower gray color to help with fading effects. So when I spray the dark blue or the blue, I won't do it as heavy, so it'll look splotchy, it'll look like there's faded lines in it and stuff. So I'm basically using the gray as a base coat to help with some of the weathering techniques, also to help fill as a primer. And yeah, I'm just actually doesn't look terrible from a couple of feet. You know, this model isn't perfect. It's not going to Top Gun. It's not going to model. It's not going to Scale Masters. It's super lightweight, so yes, I can go and fill every little thing, and just go around and just nitpick this thing to death. First of all, that's not John's style. Second of all, I can't afford the weight that this thing would gain by filling everything in nice and perfect and getting rid of all the fiberglass weave, doing all that stuff. That just adds weight. And this airplane, this wing on this airplane is only built to be 8 to 10 pounds. So it's not really strong enough to support a bunch of extra weight. And we're trying to keep it light because that was John's whole intent here. So yes, it's going to look good. Is it going to look perfect from 6 inches away, from 2 feet away? No, probably not. But I don't think any of John's builds were that way, just because that's not how he did things. And this being a lightweight type airplane, we just don't have the weight budget to do that kind of body work. So it's not like my Freewing F-18. I just added a pound of paint and primer to that to get it smooth. You know, this thing, we don't have a budget. We don't have a pound budget, a pound budget for paint. So anywho, we got the bottom of it painted. I'm gonna get ready to flip this thing over. It's so hot, it's like 95 degrees. So I just shot this like 5 minutes ago. It's totally dry. The other thing is this paint sands really well. So sands much better than a regular primer. In fact, I may even use this paint in the future to prime other models because it dries so fast. It's thick but light, and it's sandable, unlike pretty much every primer nowadays that you can buy in an aerosol can. It doesn't sand at all unless you wet sand it, so, or unless you buy really expensive stuff, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, I might actually, and this stuff's cheap. I paid $12 for the quart, and it's going to last me forever. So I'm going to flip this thing over, and guess we'll start painting the top side. All right, so there we go. Base coat slash primer is all on. We're getting ready to head to a barbecue, so probably done for today. I might just call this a video, pretty short one. It's not looking bad. I think once I sand it and then do the final top coat, and then once you see all the weathering on it and panel lines and all that stuff, it's gonna hide a lot of stuff. But yeah, you can see some of the shadowing in the skin from the wavy skin. Again, we can't get carried away with the body work on this thing just because you'll fight this till you're dead. But I think it'll accomplish what John set out to accomplish. And it should look pretty good. So Hope you guys liked this little video. Next video, we'll be putting color down. Well, technically this is one of the colors, but we'll be putting the fun color down. And yeah, I'll hopefully show some of that process, show you guys how I do the weathering portion of it. And I'm still learning a lot on this latex paint. I just started using it, so I'm still kind of getting used to it, what it likes and how much to mix, how much to reduce it and all that stuff. So anywho, hope you guys liked it. We'll see you in the next one.